Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Growtopia. Well, it is December 1st. We might as well get it jolly. There's a few things that we can grow in December. Now I'm going to list off a couple of those. We're going to start off some trays. We got some warm water off to the side, so we start growing our plants. So the first plants as we jump down to our Bible. Let's look at what we got growing to do in December. Now, December, it's a few items. And most of the stuff is more indoors / outdoors. And then January, that's when we start growing the tomatoes on New Year's Day. So, on New Year's Day, there will be a video of me, probably really drunk, growing tomatoes. So, stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to comment below. I love hearing from you guys. Even though nobody comes. Come on. Leeks you can grow in December, and you could possibly have them. Today I went outside to water one of the greenhouses, and the hose was frozen. It was annoying. I waited for it to thaw out. I had nothing, but I was able to water the rest of the orchard that was out there. Lettuce you could start. Red leaf lettuce, marble, 4 seasons, open in the and also romaine as well. You could do spinach, you could do carrots, you could do parsley, you could do cilantro, tatsoi and masoi, which are 2 Chinese lettuces that you can grow as well. So let's see what we have in the book that we can grow for today in December. So we got leeks. I don't think we got leeks inside or outside the house. Thank God. Lettuce, spinach, carrots. Carrots grow in the sun house and hoop house, all colors. Parsley grow in the shade house or pods. And R2 Beb, boil water on top once a week. Ah, yes. So that is to keep things warm. Boiled water. So you want to boil it by the time you bring it outside. It cools down a bit. Cilantro, shade house, direct sow on sun side of the house in bed with the parsley. It's funny, it's like you put it in the shade house but on the sunny side. Tatsoi is for flavor. You can eat the leaves, grow through winter and eat the leaves, which is matsoi. Which I don't think I have either or of those two, which I want to get them as well. I keep forgetting to grab them. Alright, so lettuce, spinach, carrots, parsley, cilantro, and let's see if we have any of the other leafy greens. So how is everybody's first December 1st going? Well, I was outside doing maintenance on both vehicles, as you guys saw. Having a little fun, driving around the town. And then I started hanging Christmas lights, and well, you know. I swear, when you buy new lights, they come pre-tangled. I think that's why the Christmas music fits, you know, the aggravation. Weather outside is frightful, and I'm digging through some lights. So now they're all tangled now. Everybody better watch out in the town. Alright, so this is our tomato book. It's not going to be in here. Nada, 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 nada. Let's grab the other book of seeds. See if we have anything that we are looking for. Basil, cilantro. My herb book. Herborific. Let's see. 2 different kind here. Cilantro. I'm gonna grab some American Standard. horrible when you got a lot of things to look at. I got one plant called leverage. Parsley's on that list, right? Yes, it is. Parsley, Italian leaf. Italian large leaf parsley. Rosemary, white sage, summer savory, sunflowers, etc., etc., etc. It's too early for the basils. All right. Spinach is not in this book. Nope, I already know this is not it. It's way too thin. The monster of all books. Everything else that should probably be moved to another book or multiple books is seeds. Tons and tons of seeds. Collected, bought, etc. Now, we have spinach that we are looking for, lettuce we're looking for, leeks we are looking for, matsoi and tatsoi if we do have them. Beets and beans and Brussels sprouts if they're on the list. Somebody yell them out. I mean, you could do Brussels sprouts as well in December. I know that as well. So you can do cauliflower, you can do cabbage as well. We can run some more cabbages. Cauliflower as well we could run more of. We got cauliflower running currently outside, so we're pretty good on that. We do have, those are the Chinese cabbages, which are not the same as masoi and tatsoi. Double check. We do have carrots in here. We do have a carrot blend, multicolored. We are going to run that. Lettuces. Lettuce. Let us be. Let us see. Let us figure out what we need. Let's try this lettuce. We have this guy here. Try that lettuce. How about Great Lakes 659? We're going to try those. See how those come out. Okay. And we actually have a romaine cinnamon, which is a purple and green leaf romaine. I'm going to try that. That's part of the lettuce family. I feel like I'm missing something. My brain. Spinach and leeks. Peppers, pumpkins, radishes, rhubarb was on the list that I saw online as well. I'm going to get the Victoria rhubarb out there. Squashes. This book's getting so thick I can't even move it. I'll grab our Bloomsdale spinach. Hopefully this time around we'll be a lot better than we did before. Swiss chard. We have turnips. Turnips was another one you can throw out there as well. And peas was the other one. I know I skipped the peas, but I want to jump down to this snowball turnip. So I'm going to add that to the list. We'll jump back to our peas. I got so many of these peas, I want to get rid of them. We have a sugar daddy pea. I'm going to put on top. Alright, so let's close this book up and let's start the potting. That's right, I said potting. The book. Well, everybody, I hope everybody's having a great December 1st. I'm going to put you on something else. But beforehand, I started taking a lot of my potatoes and I started cutting them up and getting them ready to go out into the garden, which I may or may not do tonight. Who knows? It's a little chilly outside. But I like to get fancy sometimes. Alright. Enough of that fun and games. Now that that fun here, we're growing shit. I'm going to grab my... Actually, you're in a horrible spot. We're going to grab this. This is where we get soil and shit everywhere. Oh, hell. Let's see. Clean tag. Clean tag. Clean tag. Clean tag. Clean tag. Clean. Toss away. Toss away. Toss away. Toss away. Because they're double-sided. Clean, clean, clean. Garbage. Clean, clean. Garbage, clean. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Garbage, garbage. Clean, clean, clean. Don't tell the furry one. Soil may have hit the fur floor. It's the fur. Oh my gosh, she goes from fucking gray to white, gray to black. She has a coronary. She's getting covered in soil, but yeah, she spends a lot of time in here with me. Which is kind of funny too, because I shut the door and she's sleeping. She does not realize the door is closed. To the crap pile you go. I've got tags here. Alright. Nice. Okay, so now that we got that cleared up, is what do we have that we need to grow? How many pods? How many trays? Where do we grow from here? So we got a bag of turnips, got cilantro, parsley, carrots, turnips, peas, lettuce, another type of lettuce, romaine, spinach, and rhubarb. So it comes down to what do you want to grow and what's the room you have to grow it in. All these crops that we're going to be starting inside of the nursery are going to go out to the greenhouse and out to the field. So they're not going to be a crop that we're going to be running constantly inside the house. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sections. A tray that holds 15 pods. That means if I want to run 3 on 3, I got to make sure they all sit inside. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, I could run those ones inside. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means that I could run these 5 of each. So that's 10 different plants. I could run them inside, meaning that I put the tray and I run them in a straight row. That means I'm also not putting multiple tags out there into the property, because I'm going to put them and grow them in a straight row. The best way to do stuff. Okay? So we got rhubarb, spinach, lettuce, 2 different lettuces. We have romaine, which is in the lettuce family, peas, carrots, cilantro. You guys move my cleaning products. Okay. Another item I'm working on. Okay. Parsley, and so glad you guys turned up for this video. And a butter knife. So, now we know exactly what we're going to plant for the month of December. If you guys are still watching, you could watch the rest of this that goes into the planting. If you don't want to stay for it, that's all on you. Anyway, like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Hope everybody has a great Christmas out there. I'll be playing Christmas music, but right now I don't feel like paying for anything. So I don't get bitched at. Alright, so let's grab some trays. Now, of course, these are the trays that I like to use. So I'm going to set these down off to the side. I have a pot with some water in it. So I'm going to actually be switching guys into that very shortly. But first I'm going to grab my tags before we start the whole pot situation. Like I said, I'm doing these in rows. Ay, caramba. A box of many things. Over yonder. Alright. So in here, in this box of many things, is actually the pods before they get wet. Alright. So, like I had stated before, you want to count before you do, right? So you're going to be looking at basically a temperature between 70 and 65 to grow a lot of this stuff. I'm going to say about 65 would be the best, with no lights on. And if they are on, it's for about 8 hours or 4 hours. Because you got to think of it too. A lot of this stuff's going to be growing in nature with the sun. The sun doesn't just turn off, right? So if you grow it without the sun, you want it shallow. If you want to grow it with the sun, you want it a little deeper. So where does this fall into play? Well, I'm going to grow these guys the same way that I grew them in my greenhouses, where they grew within the sun and they got watered. So they're going to get the 8 to 16 hours, 8 to 12 hours of sunlight, and they're going to get roughly around 8 to 16 hours of light, give or take. I'm probably going to do 8 hours of lights for these guys. And the thing with grow lights, depending on the way that you're growing it and where you're growing it, you don't have to follow the same growing time period as natural daylight. So if I was to turn the lights on now, where it's 5, 6 o'clock at night, where it's dark outside, they're going to be lit for a certain period of time. It doesn't matter because they're not in the vicinity of the window and they're not going to be part of that whole sun up and down situation. So you can literally just play with these the way you want to. That's the best thing about growing your stuff indoors, is you don't actually have to follow the natural sunlight. Hope everybody understands that. So let's kind of just go off of that theory, right? Theory. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to do 30 pods. I'm going to take my pods, I'm going to dump them in my water, which is over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So they're sitting inside of a container with very nice warm water. And you guys are going to go back up over here, but currently the camera, switch you guys around a little bit. Okay. I really do got to get a stool. I'm actually curious about a log I have outside. If I bring the log inside and sit on it, how many bugs would I bring in my house? Damn. I don't want to bring it in. See if I got something else I can go sit on. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm watching you. So my house was built in the 70s. I found a chair probably from the 70s. We didn't throw anything out. Let's see if this is the right fit. Ah. Whatever. My parents' marriage certificate. Nothing ever went right after the fact anyway, so no wonder where it doesn't say straight. Oh, this is perfect. I can just lounge and just wait. Anyway, so, it's perfect. It's the right height for the table. And I can rotate. Look at me, I'm rotating. I know you guys are crazy. Or you guys are crazy. I'm crazy. You guys are crazy for watching. Anyway, back to my craziness. Oh, hell. So here's the trays, right? But before we tray ourselves, and honestly, all I'm doing is actually waiting for those pods that are in that water to expand. This chair is great. But before any of that fun can happen, we have to write out our tags. So let's write them out. And with this chair, it makes life better. Because the older you get, the more your back hurts, right? So the first thing we're going to start off with is the Victoria rhubarb. Large tender stalks gradually fade from deep crimson to green. Victoria is a sweet, mild-tasting rhubarb that is grown throughout the U.S. This product has various sizes and can go up to 3 feet tall and can live for 10 years in colder regions. Although it says before planting, soak seeds for 2 hours, so it may take a couple days. Start inside 6 to 8 weeks before last frost date. Sow direct in late fall and winter climates. Water evenly. harden off once plants reach 4 inches tall. Plant in well-drained fertile soil and organic matter. Huh. Interesting. Rhubarb. The spinach we have is the Bloomsdale spinach, even though I haven't had really good luck with it. I'm just going to keep planting it until eventually it takes off. I think it's just more or less the climate. This lettuce is the 659 Great Lakes. So I'm going to actually put that on here. So lettuce 659. And for lettuce, putting on there is red. See, I like these ones way better because you could actually fit so much more info. When you have the up and down ones, you're only up and down. But on here, at least you could write out a little bit more on it. You know, like for the romaine, I'm going to write romaine cinnamon, even though I know when I plant it and I track it and stuff, and if I move it and there's too many of the same kind in the same area, I put a little number on it and I change the numbering on in the Bible. It lets me know, like, you know, the tracking of it, so I can record that data. Romaine. Actually, it's not even cinnamon. It's Cimmarn. I am so sorry, I pronounced that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Cimarron. You guys probably pronounce it better with your Google Translate, but it's Cimmarron. It's not cinnamon. It's Cimarron. That's funny. I just saw that now. When I first bought it, I thought it said cinnamon. I was like, man, that's going to be interesting lettuce. You know, you got that nice earthy, greeny tone, but it's got a cinnamon flavor to it. I was wrong. I love when I'm wrong, you know, because when I'm wrong, I get actually to learn something else down the line, and then I sit there and I research what it is and what it tastes like and stuff. And I can't wait to taste this non-cinnamon lettuce because I thought it was going to be cinnamon, and that was like really a weird flavor. And wow, it's good. I finally caught myself in a video. Rainbow, cilantro, you know what's really cool with cilantro? So cilantro is used on a lot of Mexican or Spanish dishes. Cilantro is used on a lot of different things, from dips and stuff. But if you actually harvest the seed from it, you get colander. And colander is what you use on a lot of stuff, such as your turkey and your ham. So it's like a great all-American spice. Not even just American, but it's just a great all-over spice. Or herb. Herb spice, depending on how you want to run it. Parsley, we got large leaf. Large, flat leaf, Italian. I'm going to call it Italian parsley because that's usually what we grow. I know this girl who used to grow parsley at Sonoma. I mean, she was Italian. I mean, I should have really learned how she grew parsley before her and I broke up. I used to eat a lot of her parsley. Parsley, literally. That was what I ate the most of, was her parsley. It's probably why we broke up. She was great. Turnip snowball. As we get into winter, I would love to have a white turnip. Even though I wish you could actually eat the turnips, like out of the garden, like you can with carrots. Because I would love to know what their earthy tone is. If they were like sweet or strong, but when you bite into them, they're like sour and bitter and peppery, and it's not that fun. So you cook them, they lose their coloration, sort of. Because like the turnips that we pulled out, so like the not turnips, I'm sorry. Yes, the turnips and the radishes that we pulled out, even though they had that mixed color, that pink, they were still like a little purplish. So they kept their color, and they're amazing for Thanksgiving. So, and we're still eating them too. I heard Grandma got ran over by a reindeer through the door. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. I can't hear anything else. Shit, Mike's recording. Shut it down, shut it down. I keep doing this. I had headphones on earlier, my ears are like screwed up because of it. Oh, you guys are still here. No, I'm just kidding. I like waiting for the pods. So one of the things, if you're sitting around waiting and you're staring at your phone, listening to Christmas music, you might want to figure out what is your planting depths. So this is a good time to take your packets and turn them upside down. So that's 1/4 of an inch for the rhubarb, 1/4 of an inch for the spinach, 1/8 of an inch for the lettuce. Put the tag on top. Small working spot. Our red lettuce is also 1/8 of an inch. So it's like right on top. A little dusting. Our romaine is 1/8 of an inch as well. Our peas, 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep on the peas. Our carrots, I know usually they're on top. That's 1/4 of an inch. You can even plant them actually literally on top and then sprinkle a little bit of soil, which is about 1/4 of an inch at that point. You got our cilantro, which is 1/2 an inch. We have our parsley, which is 1/4 of an inch, another dusting one. And our snowball, which is 1/2 an inch. Bring me the fucking laser. Sorry, had a Dr. Evil moment there. Grab our first tray. Tray of many things. It's dirty. Now you could lose your brain cells really quickly in here. You could pre-water your trays while you're waiting for the world to end. They pull out, and you got the tray. You pre-wet them, which works good as well. Not too much water. Okay. Only a little bit seeps through, not much at all. Or you can just grab your pods and start your fun. This chair's working out really good. Okay. And I fall off my stool. So now that we got our trays, I'm going to rip the tops up on them. Anybody else excited for 2025? I know I am. I cannot wait for 2025. I got so much planned on what to grow, better ways of growing stuff, stuff I've learned, different things I want to try, different experiments I got growing on that I'm going to be doing. And a lot of that stuff I'm going to be sharing with you fine people so you guys get to see it. You guys get to try it. You guys get to experience it with me. The ups, the downs, the bigs, the uglies, the fuglies, the in-betweens. And you know what? That is all it is about growing your own stuff. Is how you can learn it, how you can do it, and how you can get better at it. And that's all that matters. How these bags between my legs are pissing me off. My banana tree is about to pop out another leaf, which is really awesome. Alrighty, so let's get to planting, people. So we're going to do a bunch of dusters in this one. And like I said, when it's a fresh bag, you can just rough it all the way through. And yes, these are getting the dome on top. I'm going to dome them up. Doming them up gives them that nice greenhouse effect. And I noticed that everything grows a lot better under that greenhouse effect. So everybody's going to get domed. And I'm going to be running two shells. I'm going to be running shelf 16 and 15. I'm looking at them over there. But I got to keep in mind, January is coming, right? So I'm going to be growing a lot of tomatoes inside. I got tomatoes, basil, borage, and marigolds I'm going to be running inside. Cucumbers as well. Possibly starting peppers and a bunch of other stuff. So literally January is going to be a wicked ass month. January, February, and March. I'm going to be starting a lot indoors. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that has to get started. So I got to make sure that the shelves that I have, I'm not going to just throw stuff on them and then try to keep them. Because I already have one shelf, 13, I got one stack, 13 and 12 that are currently booked up right now between the Scotch bonnets and the tomatoes. I got yellow plum tomatoes growing in there. They haven't bloomed yet. So I might have yellow plum tomatoes really early because they have not bloomed at all. They're just slowly growing, which makes me wonder if I can start yellow. Then I got tomatoes growing with my banana tree, and they're slowly growing. So could we start slowly growing tomatoes in October? And by the time we need to plant them, we can have a really early harvest of tomatoes. Who knows? That's what I love doing, is trying to see how I can amplify and push things to the limit. That's why I call myself Mike over here at Growtopia. Push myself to the limit with vehicles and everything that I do. And I love sharing it with you people out there because, well, maybe you guys can push the limit too. I mean, why not? It's literally cost you nothing to do this, right? I mean, yes, it does cost you, let's say, about 15, 20 bucks at the most. But that's a large, right? Large. I want people to realize this. A large spending. It's a little bit amount of money, but it's a large amount of spending that you don't have to do anymore, right? Like, I looked at it the other day, and I'm currently at just tomatoes alone, which is scary. I've saved over $2,000 this year alone on tomatoes. I looked at my archive because I only buy from Whole Foods, right? So I get it ordered to my house because when I'm not filming videos, I'm at work for 10 to plus hours a day. And by the time I get home, I don't want to go to the supermarket. In the morning, I can't because they're closed. So I looked at a couple years prior on what it costs for tomatoes. And I took all of my purchases and realized how many times I ordered. And I was like, wow, that's insane. I still got tomatoes though. I still do. Want me to show you guys? I'll show you. And I still have tomatoes that are outside. These are the tomatoes that I still have from my harvest. And I still got tomatoes outside to bring inside. Look at this thing. Nice and fresh. It's probably about a week old, this tomato. A week old tomato from outside. It's not as bitey. It's not as juicy and flavorful as it is when I pulled it off the vine. But you know what? It's fresh, it's clean, and it's safe to eat. So let's get back to frickin' sewing, alright? Stop getting distracted over here. We're 42 minutes into this video, and it's way too long for December 1st. Alright, so the rhubarb is 1/4 of an inch. So start off with Victoria. Remember, all this has to be logged into the Bible. So, fun. These seeds are hard to grab onto. But these seeds look like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of them. Let's stick them in. Rhubarb. Deck the halls of holly. 1/4 of an inch for the spinach. Eighth of an inch for the lettuce. For green 659 lettuces. red oak leaf lettuce. And the more I grow in one pod, the more I get to separate and put into other trays, because I don't believe in the whole stupid thinning out. I just separate and constantly keep growing on. And therefore not cinnamon romaine. Which is also 1/8 of an inch deep. Now, I gotta button everybody up. Add a little water to them. Such. Come hither and bring you guys out to the grow mat. So here's our grow mat. Nope. Stop it, phone. Here's our grow mat. I'm going to kick on the power to it. Hook on our first growing mat up top. Okay. Grab our tray. Such. You guys can see it all. Okay. So put our first tray on the mat. Like I said, at the moment we have the full month of December just for these guys alone, so we do not have to worry about anything else other than that. We're then going to grab a tray, lid. We're going to grab our thermometer for our heating mat. Put in this guy back here. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I heard it go ding. Stick it on one in the middle. Push it down. It's going to stay. I used to stick them through the vent, but I realized that was kind of pointless because you can actually put it around it just like such. Both of the vents are closed for the time being. Now we're going to head over to our settings. To currently sit on this one at 80 something above it because it's not heating, right? So I'm going to hold it down and actually make sure it's sitting on 75. That's good, and it's 86 degrees, and then 86.1. That's basically the temperature of the water that was used for them. So they're going to stay warm for a while before they really need any more temperature, so they're good. Now we go back to the table. So they're sitting on a shelf by themselves, right? So now we hit the book. So off to the Bible, because we got to log it, Right. If we were doing it all on one shelf, I would do this all later on after the video, but because I want to log this in before I move on, let's log it in. So the plant itself is a rhubarb. It's Victoria. It's sitting at 75. So date is 12/1/24. It's sitting on shelf 14. Okay. And for the sow date, under it, I'm going to put how many rows it was, which was 3. Next one we have is spinach. It's bloom. 75, 12/1/24. Shelf 14. I just had to double check. 3 of those. Lettuce. Great. 659, 75, 12/1/24, 3. Lettuce. Oak. Red. 75, 12/1/24, 3 of those, shelf 14. And romaine, CIMMARON, not cinnamon, 75, 12/1/24, 3 of those, shelf 14. Alright. I can take these ones, I'm going to put them off to the side, or then they go back in the book. Next tray. Yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, it takes hours. Yes, it extracts you from anything other than being around your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your significant other, even though that covers it as well. But by the end of the day, you can grow your own stuff. You can feed your friends, your family, your significant other, and you can feel better about yourself knowing that if you failed in a lot of things in life, at least you can accomplish doing this on your own. And let's just put it this way. Between all my vehicles and my hectic job, I somehow find a way to do this. Of course, my love life is horribly failing, but it's also because nowadays it's scary to try to find somebody because you gotta be careful what you say. God forbid. But I don't let that bother me. I just keep growing on and doing my thing, and eventually the right woman or man will come along who wants to spend the rest of their life with me. I know it was a very openly discussion right there, but hey, you know what? If you want to have fun and you want to grow stuff and you want to feed your family and you want to be able to survive, then I'm your guy. But anyway, until then, I'll just keep opening my bags and keep growing on, right? It's funny too, I have one girl I was talking to, and she's like, I liked you when I first met you. Well, we never met. She goes, well, and when I met you on the dating site. I'm like, alright. She goes, but then I saw one of your videos. You have a beard. I don't like that. I said, well, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but when it gets chilly outside due to my job, that's not this, which I would wish it was. by a landslide, but even then, I'm like, it's cold. Okay, I was like, for men, it's a lot easier to grow facial hair to keep our faces warm than it is to constantly put on a mask and then be accused of robbing a bank or a store or a gas station. So the beard is our best way of defense of the cold, which is what I have. I grow my beard in the winter and I grow my hair in the winter, and then come summer I'm crew cut military style and shaved in the front. I've been doing it for years, which is finally funny. The job I work I have realized that, and they're like, so they're in something like, so come winter time you're gonna have a beanie hat on with long hair. You have a beard. I'm like, and come 75, 80 degrees, you're going to be clean cut. I'm like, yep. They're like, all right. Now we know. There was one job I worked at, they thought it was every time I had a girlfriend that I clean cut myself, which was true, but not always. So, peas and cilantro. So, your half, your quarter, and your half as well. Okay, so we're like, our carrots are the obvious ones, right? Peas, cilantros, and turnips are 1/2 inch. Parsley and carrots are a dusting. So I'm gonna go a little deeper. I didn't go that much deep on the other ones, but I'm going to go a little deeper on the peas. Peas like it deeper. Some weird reason. I don't know why, but peas like it deep. Peas like to go in deep. Peas like it deeper. Peas I usually like to put like 3 to 4 in a hole. Because for some weird reason they don't always all take off. But then when they do, they got like a monster bush. So pea, come with pea. Cilantro. See, what's funny is, like I said to you, like that whole colander. So this is colander, which is the seeds from cilantro. Runaway seed gets going there. Alright. I'm so glad everybody turned up for this video. That was a long one. Hope everybody liked it. Hope everybody's still here. Everybody loves enjoying me try. You know what's really annoying after a while, you guys all probably enjoy this, and it's fine, I'm going to say it, but it's the glue that they use on the back of these seed packets. Like, do they have a stock in the glue they're using? Like, you don't need this much glue. Like, just give us a tear spot. That's all I need. Like, no, we have this freaking, like, Godzilla freaking glue that you guys use. try not to rip the bag and ruin it. That's probably why the butter knife is actually in here, now that I'm thinking of it. Because it's extremely aggravating. Just trying to do a simple task. Now with this stool, I'm like kicking everything under the table. Alright. Give me some hole. There we go. Wait till it gets to the end before you pour. Yes, it's probably like 20, 10, 15, 8 seeds. Not one. I'm not going one little seed. Yes, it's multiple seeds, but because I spread them and I don't thin them. I keep saying it over and over again because it just drives me nuts that people thin their plants. It's like, no, you're wasting your money. You spent so much money on this packet of seeds and now you're going to thin them and kill them? What in God's name is this? I have a packet inside of a packet. That's right, I forgot. I had a packet of Italian seeds inside of a packet of Italian seeds. I'm gonna get rid of these. These little plastic baggy seeds I don't trust. I don't trust them because they're just, well, nothing I collected. And the company that I was buying these from are just, so, see if they last. So being it's an empty seed packet, it obviously does not go back into the mix of things. So I am going to write it down, but it is going to have to get repurchased by a different brand. Because the brand that I bought the Gardener's Basic ones, they took off great. So now we are down to our rainbow carrots. No, it's not to be politically correct, it's just they are rainbow carrots. The bag opens extremely hard to figure out. So we had a new video really quickly if that blade went a different way. Oh my God, it's a horror movie. It's not really a horror movie. Where's the seeds? At the bottom. Isn't that horrible, right? So you buy a bag that's this size, but the seeds are all the way down there. That's all they are, until you fill them yourself. These bags are just meant for you to get yourself growing, and then you start harvesting your own seeds, and you stop buying these seeds. Just saying. Carrots, I've yet to figure out how they actually produce seeds. I've not looked into it yet. Yes, I'm using the whole bag. Because this bag I can break apart, put in multiple containers. Well, everybody, as I stuff my seeds in their holes and I cover them with soil, this is it for Mike over here at Growtopia. This video is way longer than it should have been. But I hope you guys got something out of it. If you stuck around for the full video, if you fast forwarded through it, I applaud you, because I would do the same. Hope everybody has a great December 1st. If you're out there hanging your Christmas decorations, or you're about to, or you haven't got there yet, or if you're not even celebrating Christmas and you celebrate Christmaka, like I do, then I applaud you as well. I gotta get my little Chrismica on my head. It's a Santa hat that sits in the back of your head. The yarmulke. Anybody who doesn't know what Chrismica is, it's a mix of Christmas and Hanukkah. I know, I'm old. Probably like forbidden now to say that. It's like I'm offending like 3 trillion people. But hey, I can make fun of my own culture, right? I'm going to water these. I'm going to stick them on the rack below it on rack 15. Set up the heat mat and the lights on both of them. I was waiting for this one so I could run both lights. The reason why I didn't light up the other one is because the light shines down through the other rack and it can cause lighting issue. So anyway, guys, that is it over here from Mike from Growtopia. Like, subscribe, share it to your friends and family. If you stayed for the full video, I applaud you. And I will see you guys in the next video. So hope everybody has a great December 4th. May the 4th. I started saying 4th when I started sliding off the stool. But anyway, later, everybody. Mike from Growtopia. Later.